Good morning everyone and welcome back to the Study Noob channel. Today we'll be discussing two different yet also similar concepts within international relations. Security dilemma and balance of power. Alright, let's get to it. When we're talking about security dilemma, we're talking about the psychological instinct or the psychological reaction of a certain nation towards another nation. What that nation does is basically improving its military defenses, improving its national power, improving its DMZs, its technology, its economy, in order to survive external threats such as invasions, wars, or any form of international conflicts. Alright, let's say there are two nations, Nation A and Nation B. We're gonna make Nation A the basic bad guy, and we're gonna make Nation B the protagonist of the plot, not the good guy, the protagonist. So, Nation A is a bad guy, but he's a very, very successful and powerful bad guy. He managed to improve his export industries, making his economy very, very rich and wealthy. But he also managed to innovate various technologies within his own nation, meaning he can build various modern tanks, jets, nuclear missiles, torpedoes, battleships. Because of this existence, because of this powerful presence that Nation A has erupted from himself, Nation B is automatically and instinctively threatened. Nation B is threatened by the powerful presence of Nation A. So how will Nation B react? By also trying its best to improve its economy, to improve its military, to improve its human resources so it can be comparable or at least compatible with the powerful presence of Nation A. But if it's too weak even with its advancements, then it will have to rely on other nation states around him in the creation of alliances, of teamworks with other nations in order to limit the power, to limit the hegemony of Nation A itself. That's basically security dilemma, a psychological reaction, a defensive reaction towards another powerful neighboring nation. When we're talking about balance of power, we're talking about one of the most important universal concepts in all of politics. The balance of power concept has existed throughout all of human history, especially in warfare, throughout World War I, World War II, and even the Cold War. Without the balance of power, the Allies in both world wars wouldn't have won against the Axis armies in the first place. Without the balance of power, the Soviets and the Americans wouldn't have approached battles through proxy wars, and nuclear warfare would have started way earlier, and that would have caused a lot of destruction. So let me give you guys a clear example of what the balance of power is. Now for the balance of power. Let's say there are 5 nations. Nation A, Nation B, Nation C, Nation D, and Nation E. We're gonna make Nation E the bad guy this time. A very, very, very powerful, very modern, and very expansionist bad guy who wants to invade other nations' territories, who wants to break their sovereignties and destroy harmony and peace within the world. Just like how I've said before in the security dilemma section, the other nations surrounding Nation E will start reacting to its powerful presence by improving their own economies, improving their own military defenses, improving their own technology to be comparable or at least compatible with the powerful presence of Nation E itself. Nation A, Nation B, Nation C, and Nation D will also start creating alliances like I've said before. These alliances, these teamworks is what we call the balance of power. Nation A, Nation B, Nation C, and Nation D have all the same similar mindset, that is to improve each other's economies, coordinate each other's military in order to face off against Nation E's expansionism tactics. With the power of 4 nations, no matter if they're developed or not, they are comparable, or at least compatible with the power, with the technological and innovative power of Nation E itself. That's how the balance works. Well, that was one heck of a video. I hope you guys can understand the concepts clearly. If you want to ask any further questions, make sure to comment down below. Well, that's all for today's video. See you next time.